Hello everyone, Joe Edwards here at Monmore Green, ready to take you through the upcoming semi-finals at the Ladbrokes Winter Derby. They are due to take place this coming Saturday night. 3 semi-finals will take place, with 2 dogs advancing from each into the grand final on Saturday, February the 22nd. That will also be broadcast live by the Gone to the Dogs team on YouTube if you're unable to make it here at the track to see it in person. So we'll start with the first of the 3 semi-finals coming up on a race 2 this Saturday night. That'll be at 6:48 p.m. In trap 1 is Droopy's Superstar, trained by Michael Burton from the Valley. Trap 2 is Queen Georgia, trained by Elizabeth McNair from Central Park. Trap 3, Droopy's Extra Good, trained by Heather Dimmock from Towster. Trap 4 is the sole representative from Monmore in the semi-finals, one of the 6 dogs from Monmore to have made it through. The only one of the 6 dogs from Monmore to have made it through is Scooby the Boss, trained by Nathan Hunt. Trap 5 is vacant after Longacre's Magic, another local dog from Monmore Green, was withdrawn. So that Trap 5 is vacant. And Trap 6 is Proper Harris, trained by Mark Wallace, and among the bookmakers' favourites for the competition. Just looking at the race, I mean, 2 heat winners from the first round in traps 1 and 2 respectively. Droopy Superstar really kind of catching the eye for Michael Burton. Got a last to first run, kind of looked well out of it kind of at the first bend, but really turned on the afterburners on the back straight and managed to win his heat in pretty impressive fashion. Queen Georgia, meanwhile, was the fastest dog on the night throughout all the heats. And Queen Georgia has shone at Monmore previously. Over the stayers distance, over the 630 metres, was in the semi-finals of the Gold Cup last summer, and will be looking to go all the way in the Winter Derby. Scooby the Boss for Nathan Hunt, as I say, the only one left of the Monmore-based greyhounds going for glory for Nathan Hunt, who is now solely training out of here at Monmore, having previously also had graded runners at Romford. Proper Harris, of course, and Droopy's Extra Good, making up a very strong heat and not to be dismissed either. So it's the first 2 qualifying for the final. Race 4 on the night is the second semi-final. Romeo Steele is in trap 1 for Patrick Janssens from Towster. Trap 2 is now vacant after a Kilmore Dancer of Mark Wallace's was withdrawn. So trap 3 is Jetstream Angel of Kevin Hutton from Oxford. Trap 4 is Gary the Arb of Belinda Green from Hove. Trap 5, Ayams of Sydney of John Mullins from Towster. And trap 6, Millbank Boiler, Gemma Evans from Romford. Millbank Boiler won last week for Gemma Evans. Such is how the draw has gone, with a lot of railers going through. Obviously, Millbank Boiler, I think, won from 1 last week. Now has to run out from 6 this week. So, a challenging ask. Similar story for Gary the Arb. Would ideally like the 1 or 2 box. Runs from 4 this time around. But the Belinda Green runner has probably been the pick of the dogs to be running at Monmore over the last, say, month or so. Has won 3 or 4 races now over the last few weeks and won his heat again last weekend. So this could be Gary the Arb's year, but some good performers as well to look out for in that heat. Romeo Steele, Jetstream Angel, and Ayams of Sydney, all quality dogs in their own right. Ayams of Sydney, a previous Category 1 winner. So it's not going to be easy for Gary the Arb or Boiler by any means. And again, it's very difficult to predict who made these finals, just because of how the seeding has worked, where a lot of kind of railers are running in boxes that, if they had the choice, wouldn't exactly be their first choice. So we'll see how it goes. And then the third semi-final, these are 6 dog races, been no withdrawals in that one. So trap 1 is Unanimous Leon for Tom Helbrin from Newcastle. Trap 2 is Sunnyside Broxy for Ted Soppit from Newcastle. Trap 3 is Droopy's Pivotel, who was a heat winner last weekend, for Maxine Locke from Romford. 4 is Now It's My Turn for Richard Rees from Hove. Trap 5 is another Tom Elbran representative in Untold Ruble. And Trap 6 is Key Phil Rocky for Phil Milner from Doncaster. Droopy's Pivotal won very well for Maxine Locke last weekend. Now it's my turn. It won. It led for a lot of the way in his heat for Richard Rees, and then kind of got crowded by the now withdrawn Kilmore Dancer in that heat. Untold Ruble and unanimously on for Tom Elbran. Tom Elbran's really kind of done well in Category 1 competitions here previously. Obviously, Lynx Maverick being the star performer for the kennel. Lynx Maverick was one of the favourites to unfortunately go out in the first round this year of the Ladbrokes Winter Derby, but maybe another one of his kennel mates could do it for Tom Elbran this year. Kearful Rocky, the only middle seed remaining in the competition, the rest being Railers, and the sole middle seed being Kearful Rocky. So should Kearful Rocky progress for Phil Milner into the final, then he's pretty much guaranteed that 6 box. So if he can have a good run out of it in the semi-finals this weekend, then it kind of bodes well for the final, but we'll have to see what happens. A few puppy races on the night to look forward to as well as we kind of head towards the Premier Graham Racing Puppy Derby, which begins next month. But all eyes very much on those 3 semi-finals. 2 dogs to advance from each into the grand final on the 22nd of February. We'll see how those go. We hope you can join us for it. It's the Ladbrokes Winter Derby semi-finals coming up this Saturday, 18th of February.